Alright, welcome back to another garbage video. Today we'll be ranking Death Grip's songs by how easy they are to listen to. Alright, so first we're gonna start with Beware. I mean, yeah, it's a pretty easy listen. It's more of a classy rock song. There's a Manson, whatever, a sample in the beginning that kind of throws some people off, but it's pretty easy to listen to. Although I wouldn't play it around the family, Knucklehead Guillotine. Yeah, it's also pretty easy to listen. I wouldn't put it in the mainstream tier, but it is easier to listen to than Beware is. That is true. Spread Eagle Crossbow would not recommend to beginners. It's just the harshness of the vocals is too much. And the random spread eagle across the block doesn't really, make it super easy music. Lord of the Game. This is almost mainstream. This just sounds like a regular rap song where the guy's just going a bit noisier than he usually is. The instrumental is nice. Tachyon. Tachyon honestly isn't really that far off from like an XXX Tentacion song. I'd put in mainstream. Cutthroat. This is the death. This is the Death Grips music. This is just noise. It's noisy as hell. I don't want to deal with it. Clink. It's not too hard to listen to. But it does have a bit more yelling than usual. Culture Shock. Pretty easy to listen. But the way that the vocals are made and the instrumental just doesn't put it in the mainstream tier. 5D. I mean, it's an instrumental. It's not that hard to listen to. Through the Walls. Yeah, same thing. Aggressive track like Clink. Clink and Through the Walls are pretty similar. Known for it. Yeah, pretty easy to listen. I Want It, I Need It. Oh! Yeah, this is pretty mainstream too. I'm not gonna lie. I Want It, I Need It is a bop that your whole family can listen to. And a blood creeping. Wouldn't recommend to beginners. Alright, now for the best album. The Money Store. The Money Store. Alright, so we're gonna start off with Get Got. Pretty easy to listen. The Fever. It's dark. It's dark. It's like the very top of this tier and the very bottom of this tier. I'm gonna have to give it to. I love The Fever though. The Fever's one of my favorite. I'm gonna give it to. Not too hard to listen to. Honestly, it wasn't. It was the second Death Grip song I ever heard, and honestly, I was like, oh, this is pretty wacky, but it didn't turn me off instantly. Lost Boys, not too hard to listen to. Same tier as Fever. Blackjack. It's not really aggressive, but at the same time, it's not mainstream. The vocals are muddy. The instrumentals is kind of wacky. Pretty easy to listen though, not gonna lie. Hustle Bones. It's loud. It's loud as hell. But then again, it's not that hard to listen to. I've seen footage. Sounds almost mainstream. This song is just straight up Gangnam Style. This is literally Gangnam Style, but Death Grip song. Okay, Double Helix. The vocal samples would turn some people off. I'm not gonna lie, but it still is relatively a pretty easy to listen. System Blower. This is literally a freaking Skrillex song. All right, no, not even Skrillex. It's not as harsh as Skrillex's music is. This is literally like a Marshmello song. All right, this is the Death Grips Marshmello song right here. The Cage. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Punk Away. Ooh, the thing with Punk Way. It's got like the biggest bass out of any Death Grip song. This song is notorious for how big the bass is, but you know what? As bass rattling it is, it's not really that hard to listen to. Honestly, fuck that. I would not recommend this on the beginners. This is just no. Bitch Please sounds almost mainstream. This is just a rap song, right? This is like something that Eminem would drum. No, it's not, but still, it's just a regular rap song. And Hacker. Almost mainstream. I'm not gonna lie. These Money Store songs are pretty easy to listen to. That's part of the reason why the Money Store is recognized as one of Death Grip's best album, because it is accessible. It's easy to listen to. All right, Come Up and Get Me. Yeah, it's kind of similar to Punk Away. I put it down there. Low Boy. Same thing. No Love. I would not recommend this as a beginner song. It's one of the more popular ones, but like, I'm pretty sure that's just because it shares the name with the title. And it is a damn good song, alright? No Love is one of their best, but it is not a beginner song. Alright. Black Dice. Let's take a look. See here. Black Dice. It's not that noisy, but at the same time, I wouldn't really recommend it for a beginner. Yeah, Black Dice goes down there. World of Dogs definitely would not recommend. Lock Your Doors. It's not that hard to listen to. It's Lock Your Doors. All right. Whammy. Yeah, it's not hard to listen to, honestly. What, whammy. All right, Hunger Games. You know what? This is actually not that hard to listen to. It's Whammy, dude. No, not Whammy. Hunger Games. It doesn't really have that much of instrumental. It's just vocals. So how bad could vocals be unless it's like death metal? Deep Web. The instrumental's kind of out there. I wouldn't recommend it for a beginner. All right, Stockton. Stockton is going to go. Oh, it's this song. No, I can't even get into it. I don't like this song. Would not, even recommend it to anybody. Honestly, it's one of my less favorite ones. Pop, not too hard to listen to. Bass, Rattle Stars, At the Sky, yeah. Artificial Death in the West. Would I put it? It's pretty easy. Yeah, go put it up there. All right. No Love Deep Web is still considered one of their more accessible albums. I'm not gonna lie. I feel bad for having that many in the C tier. Well, the relative C tier. You know what I'm saying? You might think he loves you for your money. Would not recommend this to a beginner. It's a good song though. Great song. And Bonnie. These vocals are pretty aggressive. The vocals on Anne Bonnie are aggressive, but the instrumental is fine, so I'll put it there. To Heavens. Yeah, go for it. Pretty easy to listen. This is Violence. I mean, the first half is pretty easy, but like the second half is kind of out there. Not too hard to listen to. Birds. It does not sound mainstream at all. I will not put it up there. This song is not mainstream at all, but at the same time, it's not hard to listen to. So like at all. So pretty easy to listen actually. Feels Like a Wheel. I don't really like Feels Like a Wheel. It's one of their less good songs. It's in the bottom 10 for sure. But it's not too hard to listen to, honestly. I'm Overflow. I don't particularly remember I'm Overflow all that well. This is one of their most forgettable songs. But then again, if I don't remember it being that abrasive, it's probably not that hard to listen to. Big House. And yeah, same thing. All the Government Plates is going in and not that hard to listen to. The reason why is because Government Plates is probably Death Grip's least aggressive album to date. MC Ride on some of these tracks is just non-existent. Same thing with Government Plates. Not that hard to listen to. Bootleg. Oh my god, this song fucking sucks. God. Like, it's not inaccessible on the account that it's very harsh or weird. It's hard to listen to on account that this song is awful. This song sucks ass. The instrumental is just what the fuck. All right. All right. You know what? We'll just put this. We'll just put these both in the kind of hard to get into tier. All right. That's about. Up my sleeves. All right. This is going down there. It's either this one or this one. Up my sleeves is just your ears just hurt. Well, it's not that you're hurting. It's more of the absurd instrumental. The instrumental on Up My Sleeves is pretty absurd. I love this song though. This song's great. Kind of hard to get into. I'm not gonna put it down there. This is reserved for like the big boys. Okay, Billy Not Really. Oh, you know what? This song's almost mainstream. Billy Not Really could be a pop song. I'm not gonna lie. Black Quarterback. What do I recommend for beginners? Say Hey Kid. Not that hard to listen to. It's not really all that aggressive. Have a Sad Come Baby. Yeah, once again, not that hard to listen to. Fuck Me Out. Ooh, you know what, that is a good one. The vocals are not aggressive, but the vocal samples from Bjork and the nature of the vocals, like the way he pronounces stuff, is just no. I would not recommend this to beginner. Voila. Yeah, everything from N Words on the Moon is just gonna go down there. It's really one of their least accessible albums. Alright. Break Mirrors in My Face in the United States. I Break Mirrors. Yeah, it's going down there. So is an anime sensation. Turned off. Uh, I mean, okay, the guitar's kind of harsh, but you know, it's not really one of their worst. Why bitch gotta lie? You know, I would not recommend this for a beginner. Piss piss. It's more low key. I mean, it's a song about pissing on people's faces, but you know that's just how it is. All right, the powers that be. I would not recommend this for beginner. This album, the powers that be, is their least accessible for sure. I would not recommend a majority of these songs for beginners. Um, Beyond Alive. Yeah, it's not really that hard to listen to. It's just like more of a classic rock song. Centuries of Damn. Yeah, once again, not that hard to listen to. All right, on GP. This is a pretty easy listen actually. This is one of their more low key songs. I mean, even if it is like has a harsh guitar to it, there's also somber moments in it, and it's probably the most lyrically comprehensible. You can actually read the lyrics and know what he's talking about without having to do too much thing. And the instrumental, it's the Death Grips music, all right. The instrumentals are going down there, all right. Because these are some whack ass instrumentals. They just make so much noise, and it's not even like good noise. It's the kind of disassembled noise that nobody appreciates. Giving bad people good ideas. Um, the song's loud as fuck. Wouldn't recommend to a beginner. Hothead. Ooh, yeah, Death Grips music for sure. Hothead is just your ears. Ugh. Alright, Spikes. Pretty easy listen, honestly. Um, it's like dubstep warping. Yeah, same thing. Pretty easy listen. It's similar to the Money Store. Okay, that's mainstream. All right, the song's just a straight up. Fuck it. It's R&B. Okay, it's a Chris Brown song. Is a Chris Brown song. All right, Bubbles Buried in this Jungle. This song was literally on Westworld. Like they played the song on a TV show. That's how mainstream it is. Okay, it's they literally chose this song for a fucking TV show. They actually chose No Love for BoJack Horseman, but the whole point of when they showed it in BoJack Horseman was that they were fighting to the death. So I guess that kind of like portrays No Love Deep Web appropriately. Trash. You know, for being a song called Trash, it is pretty accessible. It is a pretty easy listen. Houdini. I don't particularly actually remember Houdini all that well. It's one of my less favorite ones on there, but it's gonna get a not too hard to listen to. Same thing with Baby Poison. Three Bedrooms in a Good Neighborhood. Yeah, not too hard to listen to. It's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites on the album. I like it. It's great. Ring a Bell. I'm trying to remember the hook. Ooh, I could put this in. I could make this sound almost mainstream, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna put it down there. All right, 8080808. Nah, yeah, it's going into pretty easy to listen to. Bottomless Pit. No, would not recommend this for a beginner. It's harsh. Death Grips is online. Sounds almost mainstream. Yeah, this is a very easy listen. Flies, not too hard to listen to. It does have its kind of out there moments. All right, Black Paint. Would not recommend this song. The great song though. Black Paint is great. I love Black Paint. It's nice. Okay. Linda's in Custody. Yeah, it's not that hard to listen to. The horn section. Oh, this is instrumental. Yeah, it's one of their easier listening instrumentals, honestly. Ha ha ha. Yeah, once again, not that hard to listen to. Shit Show. Fuck Shit Show. I don't like this song at all. This is probably like their third worst song, I would say. If you ask me to rank their worst songs, I might do a video on their worst songs actually. Shit Show is going down there. It's part of it. You know what? Compared to these three, I really can't justify putting it down there. I'm putting it kind of hard to get into. And actually, Stockton here kind of makes me feel bad. I'm putting it back up there. Stockton doesn't deserve the hate. All right, I hated it too much like 10 minutes ago. It really does not deserve. Streaky sounds almost mainstream for sure. It's Streaky. How could you hate on Streaky? Dilemma. Yeah, it's not that hard to listen to. Little Richard. I mean, it doesn't even sound like a human. That's my main issue with it. Little Richard it's the Death Grips music. That's where it is. The fear. Um. Yeah, I want to recommend either of these songs to a beginner. All right. Yeah, Death Grips accessibility tier list. Have at it. I'm actually gonna save this. All right. Download image. All right. There we have it. I guess I'll upload this image if people actually want to see it or something. I don't know. Whatever. Have fun.